to introduce you to 5 students that fit my criteria for this medical school. 5 nice, smart, all smart, nice people with a genuine journey to a life of service and science that have done things to demonstrate this makes sense for them and us. I got a few more stories.
If you're done with your story, Robert, we'll get started. Okay, now we have med student A, who has quite a penchant for extracurricular activities. Here is what some of her peers had to say about her in their peer evaluations. She is very nice, but is always answering emails during small group. Really enthusiastic, but I can't decide if she's trying to convince us or herself that she's happy. And I'm seeing here several students made comparisons between her and a fragile vase at the end of a table.
Fragile vase at the end of a table. On the surface, that seems mean, and it is, but it's actually evidence of a project I've always wanted to do about personality changes in med students.
Next, we have med student B, who has purulent emotional exudate. Remember, those are PMNs. It says here that she cried during small group when the patient lived.
It was just such a beautiful story.
Okay, we'll call this next one med student Z because nobody seems to know who he really is. But nonetheless, here he is. And seems like we still don't know who he is, so let's just keep going. Student C's description says it would be helpful if he showed up on time. Has potential, but is basically unaware of everything around him.
There were evals?
Yeah, don't you remember? Hey, why are you wearing a Duke shirt?
Isn't that where we go to school?
Oh, I wish he had waited her turn, but here is med student D. Med student D is what we call a gunner. And boy, doesn't that name make sense.
Let me stop you right there, Susan. I already know what I got on my evals. They were perfect. I got a 62 on my MCAT.